Welcome back, everybody. It's been a while since I've done a video on the channel. Life happens, so I decided it's almost the end of the year. I wanted to do one more video or so. Who knows if I'll do another one, but just wanted to update you guys and kind of go back to my roots of reviewing tactical stuff. So what I got here in front of me is a lot. I'll review the Peltor contacts, hearing protection, and the helmet setup, which is an Opscore SF high cut, and the RNVG, which stands for the Rugged Night Vision goggles. So I'll first start off with reviewing the Peltor Contact 3s. These are attached from the rails here. These are from Opscore actually, because I do have a Opscore amp as well, but I like to keep that on me when I'm just doing long range shooting. I thought about mounting it on the helmet, but since I do have the Contact 3s and they work pretty well for me, I've kept them. Obviously what I really like about them is just the soft, this part right here, this soft cup around the ear, and basically how it's clear, and obviously you can't you could when you're shooting and stuff like that, basically it's good hearing protection, and at the same time still be able to talk to people around you and hear them talk, but obviously it suppresses like the loud noise. So yeah, that's why I kept it on this. And the next thing I'm reviewing here is just the Opscore SF high cut helmet. What I like about them, basically what it stands for is lightweight, right? Opscore is known for its lightweight capability, and I've had the experience of wearing the PAS GT helmet, and that is the old school helmet from way back when. I think they had that helmet since the military did, from the 80s all the way to like early 2000s, and I used that during my first deployment to Iraq back in 2003. And it's not the most comfortable. It moves around. I really didn't like the padding on it. And then while I was still in, we upgraded to better helmets, which is the Mitch helmet, and I used that in my second tour to Iraq, and that was a lot better because of the foam inside, and how you could kind of mess around with the foam and make it shape to your head. So that was really great. But this is next level. I know it's been around for a couple of years now. They came out with the Opscore, and then this one is the higher cut, so it makes room, even more room for for your comms, because it fits it very nicely, and basically goes like that, and it's just a lot of room for it. So it does, the high cut allows you to fully cup all the way through your ears, and just not have to worry about that getting caught and having to slide down and kind of pinching your ear like this. So that's what's great about it, because you could basically just have the foam all the way around your ears. Well, if you have big ears, I guess that's something you're gonna have to deal with, but for me it works just fine, and that's what's cool about it. I have here just an attached light, I think it's Princeton or something like that, but just turn it on, and I think this is an IR one, could be wrong, but probably need to change the battery on this. Anyway, what I really like about the SF helmet, the Opscore, is just look at that thing. The adjustability. Now I know they come with different types of dial. They have like the the circular one that I've seen around, going this way, and this is kind of like a, I don't know what they call it, like I think worm dial or something like that. I know there's different types of ways of tightening it up, but what's great about it is it does have that niche capability, which from being able to move the foam around. So you can kind of do that with this too, right? Because as you can see, you can pull it off. I'm not gonna take it all the way off, but you basically take it off and do as you see fit for you. But the way this is set up is just fine. And then this right here is the major difference. Obviously, you tighten it up and then you're good to go. This is by far the best helmet that I've ever worn. Although I don't use it every day, so there's I can't really compare it to like everyday wear. But when I'm out in the range and I wear it, it's nice and it's not as heavy. But obviously, putting on night vision and all these attachments, it'll make things a little bit heavier. But again, I think this being down in your ear and this is just an attachment point for it, it's not going to really weigh in. Now this is going to weigh in and make it heavier for you and your neck and your back. So that's basically the biggest difference of what I really like about it. And also just the way you could kind of the same thing with the niche helmet, just the adjustability to the straps. I know there's different upgrades for the chin strap out there too, but never had issues with the chin strap. I like the adjustability of this. What I do recall from the Mitch helmet is that it's longer and it's like velcroed and stuff like that, and that thing would always fray and then I'd have to tape it. I remember I had to tape mine. This one, the way it's designed, it looks like that's not going to happen, because it's this plastic tab right here kind of keeps everything intact, and so you just move it up and down to tighten it and loosen it up. So I like the adjustability factor of that. And then the next thing I'm going to talk about right here is the RNVG, which is this night vision goggle right here attached to this Wilcox mount. And this shroud right here came from Opscore. It came with the helmet, so that's how it looks like. These little straps you could use. I guess these are a way to keep your night vision secured. Again, I'm not going to be doing any kind of urban operations or breaking down doors and doing that kind of stuff, but it's a pretty nice setup. This Wilcox compared to the PVS 14 one is definitely a lot better and a lot more adjustable, so I do like that about this. And yeah, obviously you can lock it, unlock it, so it's pretty cool. And basically, the RNVG was purchased back in 2019. It just came out like within a few months from when I purchased it. It might have been the end of 2018 or something like that when the RNVG came out, and I got this like sometime in the spring of 2019. I was thinking about getting the DT NVG, which is kind of similar to the PVS 15s. Now, what I'll just tell you from my experience from using this compared to the PVS 14, that this is a night and day difference. First of all, because of two factors. One being that these are dual tubes, right? So sometimes having the PVS 14, it might cant this way or whatnot, and this one right here is a lot better. The adjustability is a lot better. Adjusting through here. I got this dialed down, so I don't want to mess with it. But that, and then obviously the tubes themselves. These are some really nice tubes. I think they're L3s. From what I recall when I purchased them, I believe I asked for a used one. I bought this from See the Night LLC. They're still around. I think they have new ownership now, which tells you that, you know, they're still doing pretty good. But at the time, I don't think they were very popular in the night vision scene or tactical scene. But I think they're in the up and up. But at the time when I worked with them, I had no problems communicating with them through Instagram. And, you know, they got this to me within like 2 or 3 weeks from my order. But you know, it was an easy process. Kind of talked to them about like the other options, but I think at the end of the day, I settled for the, you know, the RNVG obviously. And these ones that I have specifically are the ones that you could charge. So I think they have different ones where, you know, you don't have to charge them, or they have different battery setup. This is like the CR23 setup right here, so it's a smaller battery, but that's the one I have. I think they have different types of battery options, but this one specifically for the CR23, and it has that that charger that, you know, I don't have it, I don't own it. I thought about buying it, maybe I still will buy it, but you know, I planned on mounting it here in the back right here, so that's why I kind of have this little pouch right here that I bought. But yeah, it's a night and day difference looking through these tubes. It's the way I could explain it is it's like watching high definition black and white TV. I wouldn't say it's a 4K definition, maybe not even 1080p, but you know, somewhere close to there. But it's very, very bright. It's very it's clear, and it's a night and day difference compared to the green tubes, which, you know, the PVS 14s that I was used to, that I was using almost every night, whether I was pulling guard on a tower, or I was out on a mission, or out in a patrol. It's a night and day difference, I tell you, you know. So speaking from my experience as a combat veteran, these are, you know, top of the line, that I wish I had this, you know, way back then. But you know, I had this because I like to go shoot at night, and it's pretty cool when nobody's around you and you're just shooting out there in the desert, sometimes by myself or with a couple of friends. And it's just you know, it's nice to have that kind of peace, you know, especially at night. You don't see too many people shooting at night, of course, unless they own a night vision device like I do. But yeah, that's my honest review of the RNVG, and the Opscore SF high cut helmet. I'm not sponsored by these guys, you know, so this is coming, you know, from me, you know, having experience with other helmets and other night vision devices out there, using it long term. Actually, you know, like, again, like I said, it's not like I wear this every day, because I don't, but just from being out in the range and just, you know, shooting with this on, it's nice. It's a lot lighter, and it's a lot more comfortable, I would say. And obviously this is a lot better visually, and I used to even own a Tax M, which is a thermal device that I would put on this, but like I had maybe 1 hour on that thing. I ended up selling it on Gun Broker, but you know, yeah, there was no use for that. So yeah, that's all I got, guys. You know, if you have any questions about, you know, the helmet or the RNVG, comment down below, and I'll answer you guys. All right, take care.